Get ready to unleash pure adrenaline. In this countdown, we're diving into 10 underrated martial arts action movies that went under the radar, but pack punches, kicks, and stunts that'll blow your mind. These hidden gems bring intense fights, gripping stories, and jaw-dropping choreography that rival even the biggest blockbusters. If you thought you'd seen it all, think again. Let's jump into the action and discover the martial arts thrillers you should be watching. Crazy Fist explodes with raw energy and brutal punches. A former MMA champion walks away from the sport after a tragic fight ends in death. He retreats to a quiet life running his family's business, far from the spotlight. But peace doesn't last. When his best friend dies under mysterious circumstances in a tournament, he's pulled back into the violent world he swore off. As he investigates, he uncovers a ruthless conspiracy exploiting fighters for profit. With his fists as his only weapons, he steps back into the cage, not for fame but for justice. Prepare for non-stop action, emotional stakes, and jaw-dropping fight choreography that makes this film a knockout for anyone craving high-impact martial arts thrillers.
前辈说，就算醒在噩梦也不用怕，只要记住自己是谁。
Extraordinary Rescue is a non-stop action thriller where a skilled military instructor finds himself framed for murder. But clearing his name is only the beginning. As he digs deeper, he uncovers a brutal human trafficking operation linked to a powerful military faction. When a child is taken by these criminals, the mission becomes personal. Armed with tactical brilliance and sheer determination, he embarks on a dangerous rescue mission, navigating betrayal, shootouts, and deadly traps. With time ticking and enemies lurking at every corner, every decision could mean life or death. This film delivers high-octane chases, explosive combat scenes, and a race against corruption that grips you from start to finish. It's a heart-pounding ride, packed with raw intensity and unrelenting stakes. A deep cover agent infiltrates a ruthless drug syndicate, living a double life in the heart of the criminal underworld. But when a rival agency suddenly disrupts a major deal, everything erupts. The gang's leader is killed, chaos explodes, and the agent's cover is hanging by a thread. With suspicion rising and enemies closing in, he's forced to team up with two rogue operatives who have their own secret agendas. Tensions boil as betrayals surface. Loyalties are tested, and bullets fly. With every second, the line between ally and enemy blurs, packed with intense fight scenes, explosive standoffs, and non-stop adrenaline. This action-packed ride throws you into a deadly game where trust is a weapon, and survival isn't guaranteed. Set in 1930s Shanghai, this high-octane crime drama throws you into a world of gang wars, betrayal, and revenge. Two men, each driven by loss and survival, rise through the ranks of a powerful syndicate as chaos erupts around them. One seeks vengeance for his father's murder, while the other becomes his unlikely ally. But as they climb deeper into the criminal empire, dangerous secrets surface, and loyalties are tested. A mysterious nightclub singer complicates everything, drawing them into a web of seduction and deception. With gunfights, street battles, and explosive confrontations, this film blends intense action with emotional stakes. Every moment crackles with danger as the past collides with the present in a fight for justice and survival. An undercover cop takes on the dangerous mission of infiltrating a ruthless drug cartel aiming to bring down a sprawling narcotics empire from the inside. To maintain his cover, he is forced to become a heroin addict, risking his sanity and life. As he navigates this treacherous world, the line between right and wrong blurs, pushing him to his limits. The deeper he gets, the more deadly the stakes become, with violent confrontations and high-speed chases testing his resolve. Betrayals and intense action sequences keep the tension high, making every moment gripping. This intense thriller dives into the sacrifices and dangers of undercover work, delivering non-stop suspense and explosive action that will keep you hooked till the very end. He tried to escape the underworld, but the streets won't let him go. Desperado follows a reformed ex-gang member who now hides in plain sight as a street performer. After years behind bars, he's determined to live a quiet life, until a young girl on the run pulls him back into a world of blood and betrayal. When he protects her from a vicious syndicate hunting her for revenge, he reveals his brutal past and unmatched fighting skills. Now, with enemies closing in and corrupt forces watching, he must choose between vanishing again or embracing the warrior within to defend the innocent. This is high-stakes action packed with raw emotion, blistering fight scenes, and a redemption arc that hits hard. Before he became a legend, he was a police captain in Foshan, caught in a whirlwind of crime, vengeance, and invasion. When a powerful gang leader dies mysteriously in custody, the captain is blamed and stripped of his badge. But that's just the beginning. With the dead man's daughter out for revenge and Japanese forces threatening to invade, he must fight not just for justice, but for survival, balancing intense martial arts action with real emotional stakes. This origin story brings Wing Chun to the streets with explosive fights and brutal confrontations. Every move, every strike is a step closer to destiny. If you're into high-impact martial arts drama with serious stakes, don't miss this one.
放手！
It's all for the power. It's all for the power. It's all for the power. All for the power.
After 30 years behind bars for killing a gang boss in self-defense, she walks free, hoping to reconnect with the son she gave birth to in prison. But freedom brings danger. A blind young man appears, claiming to be her child, yet he hides a dark secret. Sent by the same vengeful gang she once defied, his mission is clear: gain her trust, then eliminate her. But as he spends time with her, something unexpected happens. Her warmth, her strength, and her unshakable love begin to change him. Tension builds as the lines between duty and feeling blur, packed with emotion, deception, and fierce action. This is a heart-pounding ride about motherhood, redemption, and the second chances we don't see coming. When a fearless stuntman finds himself framed for a crime he didn't commit, survival becomes his deadliest performance yet. In Defying Chase, a high-octane martial arts thriller, a live-action movie shoot turns into a real-life nightmare after he accidentally uncovers a smuggling ring trafficking priceless relics. Hunted by law enforcement and ruthless criminals alike, he must rely on agility, quick thinking, and raw combat skills to stay alive. Every leap, kick, and punch is a fight for freedom. With high-speed chases, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and a ticking clock, Chase races to clear his name and protect his legacy. If you love action that never lets up, this is the hidden gem you don't want to miss. A guardian with deadly feet and an iron will, Iron Protector delivers explosive martial arts action as a lone warrior steps out of the shadows to fulfill his late master's final wish. Leaving behind the safety of his hidden village, he enters a corrupt city to protect the heiress of a powerful family. What begins as a simple job becomes a brutal war against gangs, kidnappers, and conspiracies. Every blow he lands echoes with honor. Every enemy he faces tests his ancient training. But when protecting the innocent means exposing himself to powerful enemies, he must fight not just for his mission, but for his soul. Raw, relentless, and full of bone-crunching combat, this is martial arts cinema turned up to 11.